There's been a question going around in the anime community, and it's why did Gojo lose? And in today's video, I'm going to be listing some reasons as to why I think Gojo actually lost. If you aren't a manga reader, I suggest you not to read this video because this is severe manga spoilers. If you're an anime only watcher, please do not watch this video because it's going to spoil the whole plot of Jujutsu Kaisen for you, okay? Gojo and Sukuna is probably one of the best anime or manga fights that I have seen this year, and it's going to be something special when it becomes animated. But we're all wondering, how the hell did Gojo lose? Even though throughout the whole fight, throughout the whole like 6-8 chapters, we saw Gojo piecing Sukuna up. People were calling him Fraud Kuna in the comments because he couldn't fight. It was a 1v3 and Sukuna was still getting his ass whooped. So what happened that made Gojo all of a sudden take the L? So I think one of the reasons, the first reason is Maruaga, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that Maruaga, but Maruaga is probably one of the most OP curse techniques in Jujutsu Kaisen just in general. And then when you pair that with the King of Curses and probably the strongest sorcerer in human history, I think that you're gonna have some problems when going up against that. And so I think Maruaga basically allowed Sukuna to go ahead and use this curse technique on Gojo without it being blocked. And we saw that throughout the fight. Sukuna was actually able to damage Gojo. It was just that Gojo couldn't really, Gojo was healing throughout the whole time, and he could just use reverse technique to heal all of his injury. But the thing that really stood out to me is that understand or see how he got killed, we just saw that he was severed in half. So I think there's only really two reasons. I think either Maruaga went ahead and killed him, which is kind of plausible, but even though it's kind of hard to say because Maruaga wasn't even in the panels or anywhere near Sukuna and Gojo when that happened. But then I think the second reason is that Sukuna basically ended him with his curse technique. And we don't really know what his curse technique is. We do know that he can basically do any curse technique, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. He can control all the elements. His domain expansion is based off of cutting. We're not exactly 100% sure if his curse technique is the art of cutting, like he could just cut people. We're not exactly sure because I'm pretty sure Gege was hinting at that Sukuna has not been using his curse technique just because it wouldn't really be effective against Gojo. There's a lot of mystery going on here, and I respect Gege for doing that. It makes it a lot more interesting. So I do think that the second reason is, maybe Sukuna activated his curse technique for maybe about a minute, and he didn't want to show Sukuna's curse technique because he's probably going to do it later on in the manga. This is basically theory crafting at this point because nobody really knows how Gojo lost to Sukuna. I do think that we all know that Maruaga was the winning condition for this fight. Maruaga was the one that was able to adapt to his invulnerability. He was allowing Sukuna and the Shadow and Maruaga to actually go ahead and basically touch Gojo, because nobody at that point can touch Gojo. Even if they're using amplified domain expansion, what we saw in the Shibuya incident arc. But that's really what I think. Those are the two main reasons why I think Gojo lost the fight. I mean, I do think Gojo got hold. I'm not gonna lie. I think he was kicking Sukuna's ass. He was kicking him even when it was a 1v3. And he really stood up to the quote of "I'm the strongest throughout heaven and earth alone." I mean, he was really kicking Sukuna's ass. People were calling him Fraud Kuna in the comments. I do think that Sukuna has some trouble coming to him in the next coming chapters because there's a lot of people trying to kill Sukuna, and they're all in the radius of him. But we'll see what Gege does with the manga and how it will unfold. I do think that he's gonna have to deal with a lot of angry sorcerers. I'm gonna make a video on that next week because I want to theory craft as well on how well Gojo or Sukuna is going to be able to handle with Kashimo. But then not just only Kashimo, I think he's gonna get jumped by all the sorcerers that were watching the fight. So I do think that it's gonna be interesting to see how he deals with that. I'm not sure if he's going to use the Maruaga. I'm not sure if he's going to use the 10 Shadows curse technique. What he's going to pull out of his arsenal of curses. But I do think that that's going to be a fun fight to watch, and I'm going to be covering that in the next video because I do think that's a really fun topic to cover. But if you guys liked it, go ahead and like the video and leave in the comment section what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you think Gojo lost due to Maharaga? Do you think he lost to Sukuna revealing his curse technique? How do you think Gojo died? Because it's very mysterious how he died all of a sudden, and I think it was kind of a plot device, but there's a reason why he died, and Gege will probably explain it later on. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, and subscribe to the video if you guys want more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Go.